welcome to Dating and Development. If you know who I am, Buenos Submarino, Spanish for a whale's vagina. If you know who I am, you know who I am. If you don't know who I am, now you know. Very warm welcome to you all. A different change today. Website, mind you, we're on rsvplive.ie. This is all about dating stories, horror dating stories, mind you, from Tinder. We're not on her.ie. We're giving them a break. Also, I'll be doing a video about, fathers being absent in a child's upbringing. It's a lengthy topic, I think, so I want to be in the right mind frame. There we go. Right mind frame. Mind space before going into it. So, stick around for that one. But let's get started anyways. Now, Tinder. We love it. I've been there, you've been there. But not my mother, I don't think. Hopefully not anyways. Both my siblings are trying to get around to a dating website. I won't allow it. Not over my goddamn dead body. Anyways, it's a bit of a mess, really, isn't it? And the funny thing is, there is a study out there that proved that women found 80% of men on Tinder were unattractive. So women want the top 20% on Tinder. Winner, we can't have everything. We can't have it all. And I just love Tinder so much when I was on it. I stopped using it though. But I can see where they're coming from, because I've been on one or two girls' Tinder pages, and the amount of guys coming across, not too bad looking guys, but women can get extremely picky from it, because it's oh yeah, he's 6 foot, oh but he's not this, swipe left. I've said it multiple times, I'm not going to waste my breath saying it again, but let's mosey on into this story. Tinder is a dating application that leaves a little more to chance as you determine compatibility yourself. The app doesn't always actual conversation, as you're judged first and foremost on just photos and a bio. Now everyone reads the bio, mind you. It's intended for people looking for casual or short-term relationships. Yeah, it is, but plenty of people I know have gotten in relationships from Tinder and they've lasted. Surprise, surprise. Each profile is presented to you based on your preference of age and distance, and also it's the Tinder algorithm. The more matches you get, you're kind of put onto the higher stacks of cards, because that's what each profile you swipe across is called, a card. And the better looking you are, as in the more matches you get and everything else, you're placed on top of the stack, and it gets progressively worse as you go down to the bottom of the stack. That's how it goes, or so I believe. You swipe right to like them and left to ignore them. If you and your suggested matches both like each other, you will match. Duh. And while there are love stories out there from Tinder, it can cause downfalls. Owen Crossan from Dublin met his girlfriend on Tinder. I joined it because I was bored. At the time I was studying and it just helped me procrastinate. Yeah. Some people just go on there for the fun of it and the crack. Crack being the Irish term for fun, not the nose candy. But hey, I was on it myself, and it's fine, but it just drains battery. It can drain battery because you have the push notifications coming through. I know you can turn them off and everything else, but the suspense of getting a message just kills me. I gotta be on my phone the entire time. But yeah, moving on. He swiped right because we had a couple of mutual friends, which I was kind of curious about, and I seen on her profile that she plays GAA, that's Gaelic football. It's a type of version of football here in Ireland, or hurling. You literally hit a ball with a stick, and I really like GAA. They first met in Starbucks on O'Connell Street, that being in Dublin, after talking on the app for a month or two. Major mistake there, guys. The whole point of online dating is to get offline as soon as you can. Yes, it's one thing building rapport and everything else, but you don't want to be talking to someone for 2 months before eventually meeting up. Ask a few questions look, I want to get you to know you more in person. You seem great. Arrange a date then. If they say, oh no, I want to talk to you more, talk to them a bit more, make them feel a bit more comfortable, ask again. But they keep pushing on and 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 get nothing from them, leave it be, because chances are they're just looking for attention. There's a small chance potentially where they could just be shy, where have just bad social anxiety. But I would always lean forward more to looking for attention, because if she truly was interested in meeting up with you, she'd meet up. No other way around it, right? Joseph O'Gorman from Wexford also met his girlfriend on the app. It connected us even though we come from massively different backgrounds. She lived her whole life in Ballymun, Santry and Coolock, places in Dublin, whereas I come from a farm in the back end of Wexford counties in the countryside. He continued to say, "We both agree that if we ran into each other on a night out, she wouldn't have gone near me, as I'm a big dirty culture." Culties in Ireland, IB1, is anyone who's from outside of Dublin. They're country people. That's what a cultie is, a country person. It works out for some people, but for others, it can be intense. It can be intense. I think there was one date I was on with a girl at one time, and you know, it was going well and everything else. I had my hands in my pocket, right, because it was freezing, like freezing my nips off. I think I was freezing hair follicles off. I noticed a few strands of hair coming out when I was going bald. But anyways, I had my hands in my pocket, and she shoved her hand into my pocket. Like, I thought my dick was going to retract back into my body with how freaked out I was. She just shoved her hand into my pocket just to hold my hand. I was like, whoa, hold up, back off. You know, I can't be having any of this. That freaked the feck out of me. Jesus Christ. It works out for some. I've already said that. What am I talking about? The next story comes from Anonymous Male. I never heard that name before. He must be new. He matched with a girl on Tinder and was talking to her on Snapchat. Oh, I couldn't get over one time I was on Snapchat. I was talking to a girl. She's like, "Oh, you're much more bald than I thought," and added me. And I was like, holy fucking hell, like, you for real. But women have preferences, you know, and you might take that rejection personally, but I didn't. It's like, okay, I'm not her preference, so what? Be other girls out there who like bald guys, you know, duh. Doom 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 doom. I wasn't very keen on meeting up with her, to be honest. It was dying out, but she texted me saying, "At least lets me know." Yeah, she texted, lets me know. She's interested, you know. But perhaps he wasn't getting his bit either. Oh, why did you have that amount of dating apps on the phone? Meet Me, Badoo, Down, Lovoo, DA, Cheat. Don't know what that is. It was around exam season, so presumably he was in college, and he was studying in a particular room in a particular building in DCU, and he replied with a Snapchat of the background of the room saying he was busy. About an hour later, he got a Snapchat from her saying that she was in the same building as him, even though she went to DIT. She said that she came to DCU especially. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. I'd be freaking out. Red flag right there. She hunts you down to find out where you are. Bomb it. And good luck, because, you know, crazy puss does feel good, but you never put your D in crazy, if you catch my drift. Shazam. Moving on. About an hour later, got a Snapchat from her saying, already said, why am I forgetting what I read? Genie Mac. I never met her before in my life, and she went up to the first floor asking where I was, and I was thinking, how does she even know where to go? She probably been here before, mate. She could have done the cheek slam on some poor chap. So two of my friends went out to see if they could find her when I was frantically packing my stuff into my bag. Like, what the hell are you doing here, bitch? Get out of my face, you know. Fuck you, man. Hey boss, I have a cancer, boss. No, I won't be saying that to her. But like, freaking out though. Be freaking out. You know, because, hey, we live in society where if a guy did this to a girl, it's like, oh my god, where are you on the first floor of your building? Please let me smell your toenails. And the Gardaí, the police would be calling like, yo man, that's frisky time. Not goodness. We're not having any of that bozo. Into the metal bar slammer you go. Good luck, he's gone. That guy, he's screwed. What if she did? Oh, she's just crazy, man. Leave it. It's the double-edged blade there. No one likes that double-edged blade. Unless you go for a double-edged frisky toy. And we have a scene on the Colour Hub. And we're talking. I'll listen. But you won't have my full attention until it's real. Anyways, I'm just meandering now at this stage. So one of my friends found her in a room beside the one I was in. So I legged it down the back corridor and went to the library because you need a DCU card to get into it, and she didn't have one, so she couldn't follow me. Yeah, true. Turns out she showed one of her friends who went to DCU the Snapchat I sent in the background of the room I was in, and her friend was able to tell her what building I was in and what floor I was on. She came from DIT to DC to find me. Their colleges in Ireland. Personally, I thought it was funny, but it shows you really don't know who you're talking to, he explained. Yeah, and you don't know who you're talking to sometimes. Like, you know, women can be crazy. Men can be equally as crazy as well sometimes, or just plain weird. But the difference is how society reacts to it, you know, and how women react to it. You know, if that was a guy, like, he could have been, you know, nearly arrested for all we know. But for her, it's a slap in the wrist and told, naughty, naughty, go home. An anonymous female met a boy called Owen, a handsome looking Australian lad, over 4 years ago on Tinder, and eventually was his girlfriend. I went to Dunleary, lovely place. My friend came with me and walked to make sure he said who he was. Of course, you know, we don't like being catfished. So she saw him at the pier and left us to it. Great date. Went to Nando's and kicked it off from there. See, in Dunleary, if you're ever in Ireland, Dunleary has, I think, this really famous pier everyone goes for a walk on during summer days. It's absolutely jam-packed. Like, you know, think of a woman with like 34 double Ds, right? And she gets into a small bra. That's how packed we're talking. Like, it's stuffed. Like, if you put your hand up that cleavage, you lose your hand. Like, you've been there 127 hours style, 127 days style, you know, just cutting through, just cut through the nerves, you know. That's what's happening. So chock-a-block it is. I kindly only went on dates with him because I was under the impression that he was going to go back to Australia. I don't think I actually liked him. I was just kind of bored. You see, that's speak for, okay, I might get free attention, but also I want the D. You know, I want to get the cat wants to be tickled. Winky face. He was in Ireland for the summer and nothing seemed wrong with him. Perfectly fine. It wasn't until we were a month in dating he told me he was going to stay in Ireland for me. I was trying not to freak out and I said to my sisters and they said he really likes you. Don't panic. If you having that reaction, like, you know, your best bet is not to go near her. If you know, she's like, oh wow, cool, it means feck off, I'm not ready for this. Because obviously he went in too fast, too soon, and women don't want to feel that, you know. It's the process of it. It's a whole romanticizing story about it, you know. They want the story, they like the emotions, they want to ride that roller coaster, and then they ride you. Smoochy. She noticed that there were things not adding up, you know. 2 + 2 doesn't always make 5, just doesn't add up. He told me he was a really good rugby player in Australia and the team he played for. So I looked up the team and his name wasn't on the team list. What a liar. Oh my, I can't believe a man lied. But guess what? Women lie as well. Moving on. He had this trophy in his room and he told me he got it for being the best rugby player. It's like going to your mother when you're in school. Hey, look, mommy, I got the best child in class. I will put this on the fridge right here. Yay, I'm very happy. Ice cream time. It's like a child doing that. But when she got a close look at the trophy, she noticed it's for participation trophy. Genie Mac. After 3 months, they're an official couple. One night he made me food and gave me the pipe, and he didn't do that. And he said that he marinated the chicken, and then I got to the house and realized I had the chicken before it was from Marks and Spencer. It's from Marks and Spencer's. You gotta give the lad an A for trying. This chicken tastes familiar. It's Marks and Spencer's. I went to put something in the bin and he wouldn't let me. I'm just imagining it now. He's just making angry caveman noises. Unga bunga, no bin, unga bunga bunga. You know, cave sounds. Stop. Yeah, so later on I went to the bin again and I saw the packet where the chicken was in the bin and I thought maybe he was trying to impress me, but it was strange. Oh my god, you can't make this shit up. Jesus Christ. Sorry. One day she was in his room and got a call from her friend telling her to go somewhere private. She found out that Owen was dating another girl and they had frisky time. Yeah, she probably didn't find out that chicken's from Marks and Spencer's. That's why. She went back and confronted. How can you know a chicken tastes like it's from a supermarket? Oh god, never mind. She went back and confronted him and he apologized, but her friend messaged back saying that they didn't have frisky time. Then she realized it was more than one girl. Ooh. He told me that he loved me so much, but I told him that he was a compulsive liar. Yeah, that, you know what? That Marks and Spencer chicken was a step too far, bozo. She left, and when she got home, she had many missed calls from him. The next day, he didn't stop calling me. My friend had to call him and tell him to stop. It's time to stop. Where are your fucking parents? Man, men, you know, women lie just as much, right? Women wear makeup and that's lying. Men can lie too, but we do because women do it. You know, it can be tit for tat. Yeah, I get that. But as I kind of advocate, I do advocate, you know, be honest with the intentions. You know, he was just a player. And, you know, imagine she got back with him, but I don't know if they do that. He sent me a text that was over 1,000 words saying things like, he lives like a book and you're my beginning, middle and end, and I want to fucking beat myself with a stick. But then again, I kind of did this as well before. Not 1,000 words, maybe a thesis, about 5,000. She also received a 10-minute voice note about 2 months after they broke up saying, I was the best thing to ever happen to him, and when finished the leaving cert, he sent her a bouquet of flowers. Leaving cert is like your exams you take before going to college. It helps determine what course you can get. About 6 months later, he sent me a text saying that he wanted to see me and I was the best thing that I ever had. I said no, and I haven't spoken to him since. And that's it. Marks and Spencer chickeny for fucking real. I stopped swearing, but anyways, look. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe, like, and comment. Do everything else in between. What's more of the story, folks? Don't buy Marks and Spencer chicken and give it to a woman who eats Marks and Spencer chicken. You know, you can lie to a woman, but you give her Marks and Spencer chicken, it's too far ahead, lads. You've lost. But look, we all have horror stories, but really the moral of the story is the real one this time, is that vet people. You've got to vet people first. You know, don't jump into anything headstrong straight away. Give them 60 days, 60 to 90 days, because a person wears a mask. You know, when we get into a new relationship or we start dating someone we like, we always put our best foot forward. However, after a month, 2 months to 3 months, those cracks in that mask begin to show. So what should we do? Wait it out, because we want to see how they really are around us and not being in this glamorized version of what they are. You know, when you settle down with them and that's the real deal, you know, you gotta make sure, is the real deal what I want or the glamorized romantic version? Totally up to you, but don't say I told you so if you end up getting messed up in the process. Until then,